Wait, I don't remember this.
Alright, that's we're live.
He's like, whoa.
That's the intro. Big Connect, baby.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Alright, so that's the intro.
He's just saying sound. It's like he's fucking trying to give a demo reel for like to voice act a character.
A really crazy character.
Pico now. Woo!
Just blow out the mic.
Oh my god! And the video, look at the last like 5 seconds.
Oh, what are you saying? We're live, really?
Huh?
No, we've been live like the past 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, go to like 38 seconds of that video.
Oops. God, I should probably pause. Hopefully it didn't save because I misclicked and I blew up my farm. Okay, thank God. So I immediately quit to the desktop.
We go to 38.
I wasn't excited. Okay. Oh God. So it's it's a podcast. My our trusted Maggie couldn't make it today, so it's just me and Emmanuel. Some
She was killed.
bros only, bro time. No girls allowed.
No, there's no grills allowed.
No girls allowed.
Yeah, no grills allowed.
E-girls, no e-thoughts. No thoughts. So yeah, I guess we start.
But I'm lonely.
Why am I so lonely? All I do is sim. Supposed to be, it's like
Whoa.
reverse
Did that just
psychology.
catch you simping?
Uh,
Last night it was 1 a.m. and someone was just like, oh, we good.
I'm back. No, I just
Okay.
because you called me simping.
Last night it was like 1 a.m. and someone was like, it was just quiet and 4 people were there. And just literally no one saying a goddamn word. There's nothing but just dust particles floating. Mordecai's the biggest sip, telling me it's like, yeah, he's the biggest sip in the world.
It's funny that you say that because last night or the other day I was on YouTube and I just see something. I come home from work and we're watching YouTube and I see Mordecai's simp compilation. Or no, that was this morning actually. Mordecai's simp compilation.
He's a fucking simp.
I didn't realize that. 'Cause I haven't even watched. I've watched regular show, but I haven't seen like a lot. I know enough. I've seen enough to know that he was interested in Margaret, and then like this other girl came along. Her name was CJ, and then like stuff didn't end that well between them. But what they showed in the video was something I've never seen before. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. But yeah, it's Mordecai's a simp compilation.
Mordecai is a fucking simp.
I never knew he was such a simp.
Poor soul. Out here simping.
It's just some people you can't help. Some people you can't save from simping.
Nah, some people they gotta learn. Honestly, yeah, I think. How many simps do I know? Do I know any simps? Do I actively know any simps?
I don't know how to play this game in winter. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. They haven't revealed themselves.
I haven't played this game. Like I'm playing my own world. Because me and Maggie aren't on, so and she does most of the watering and stuff like that. So I'm not playing that world, so I don't want to mess any of the stuff up. Oh my God!
You mean she does literally all the work?
Kind of. I didn't realize she knew a lot about like the farming side of the game, so we were just like raking in the money. I know enough about the farming to like get by, but I mostly like doing the mining and like the extraneous stuff. Oh, the bus is ready. It's not.
All right, so what you be doing the past week?
I actually got a fair few stories. I was gonna actually start off with that. Let's see. What do I even start off with? I got so many. I'm just looking through my notes. Oh, something. Here's something that I can start with. So we have the podcast notes on Google Doc, So the other day
Yes, we do.
I was looking through my old Google Docs, and I totally forgot all my bunch of old school projects were on there from Miss Sako's class.
What like? Oh, like in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was looking through just a random Google Doc, bringing it up, and this one phrase just. Okay, wait a second. Oh yeah, she had us write a graduation speech, but I never actually used it because I didn't do anything in the speech. I mean, I guess it's like practice or. One second. I have a bunch of English stuff on here. So. The thing that instantly just jumped out at me when I was looking through this old one. My butt cheeks clenched together with the force of 1,000 suns. I did not. I don't even remember writing this. I'm looking through all these, and I don't remember any of them. And, what's up?
The 1,000 suns. I do remember saying that a lot. So I wonder. I do remember saying that voice line a lot.
Are you accusing me of plagiarism?
Perhaps. Give me that.
Oh yeah, it's like when I. Reminds me of speaking of plagiarism. You remember one of my projects from resource class? I completely plagiarized this one plot from Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I just took I hand wrote down one of the scripts from one of the what if stories. I booted up the game, I played through the whole story, I hand wrote every word of the script down, and it ended up being really a long script. I didn't realize it was gonna be so long. And Mr. Ahern didn't even look at it. He gave a quick look, and he was like, you know what, this is good. And it was an A, and I was like, oh yeah. And then in senior year, I told him that I had plagiarized it, and he's like, oh my god.
Give me your diploma back.
It was a lie? What else is a lie? Is your name even really Robert?
Those what if stories were actually I was randomly thinking about it last night, so the what ifs they have in every Budokai game.
Yeah.
There's one where one of Frieza's men was I'll use the Dragon Balls to be immortal, so I'll be beautiful forever, and he defeats everybody. And he's like, yes. He was blue. That's all I remember.
Yeah, the Zarbon is kind of light bluish.
Yeah, they're just all those bizarre stories. Really, they were fun stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. I think there's one where it's what if Raditz wasn't evil?
And then he goes to hell.
Well, there's other ones I'm trying to think of. I know there's sort of a what if story, which is Vegito versus Gogeta, who's the strongest fusion. There's probably one with Broly, but I don't even remember. So I haven't played that game in so long. It's really solid game. All the characters have such great movesets. It feels like a straight up actual fighting game kind of.
In Tenkaichi?
Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. That was the only one I ever played because I had it on PS2.
It was a fun game.
I think I got it what's it called? I got it Five Below or something like that. That game is so great and it has so many characters too, and you can choose to just start off as the form of a certain character instead of doing base. But you can also power up during the fight.
I mean, it was a fun game, but I mean, it's one of those games where like the main character is literally better
Yeah.
than everyone
if you
else.
wanted to pick the one character you could pick in that game, pretty much, if you wanted to cheat, was like usually me and my brother. One of the characters that was like the hardest to beat was SS4 Gogeta. He goes so damn fast, it's ridiculous. Like you can just keep hammering the button, like just to keep hitting them, and like eventually something's gonna break. Like it's ridiculous.
I remember this one move where like you press attack, block, and energy at the same time, and if you press it at the correct frame, you dodge every attack in this guy's like flurry, and usually you see the guy like weave up, down, left, right. But with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you see him move like breakneck speeds, like avoiding every all 50 punches at one sequence.
Yeah,
it's just insane watching it on the eyes.
Burger's also pretty fast, but he's not like as strong as Gogeta. He just doesn't have like the same like style. Like Gogeta is just straight more powerful, like in the game.
If only the anime was good.
I like the anime. I wouldn't say it was bad. I've always loved Dragon Ball.
I would adamantly. Okay, let me preface. So
the original anime,
Dragon Ball
is not good.
Like the Dragon,
yeah.
Like Dragon Ball, like the universe and the storytelling, it is great. They have a great world. They have before Super, they have a great world. They have all awesome stuff, like beat wise. But like an actual anime is terrible. It's slow. People scream too much. They scream for episodes. The pacing doesn't make any sense.
The pacing in the anime is garbage. Yeah, I can agree.
It does.
With that, but
like the anime
Kai
is
does a lot better.
Like pacing. as an anime, it's awful. It's terrible. Don't at me. It's terrible.
Kai does a lot better with like the pacing and such. Like it dramatically cuts down the episodes, and the only it just improves the anime overall. The only bad thing about Kai is the music. They don't have the same music as the original, and at some points they like sort of like reuse the same music a lot, which kind of got it on my nerves when I was like watching through all of it. Like as much as I love Dragon Ball, that kind of got on my nerves because they keep reusing the same music a lot for a lot of different moments. So that just kind of annoying. I wish they had like the old music. So Dragon Ball Super actually really did like the Goku Black arc is really good. And what really got me back into Dragon Ball was the Universe 6 Tournament of Power, I think it was Universe 6 versus 7. I like binge watched that in a couple of days. I think I was watching my uncle's dogs. They were out on vacation, so usually like whenever my uncle needs me to watch his pets, he usually calls for me like to watch the house and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I wasn't walking, feeding, or taking care of the dogs and the animals, I did nothing but watch just straight Dragon Ball Super.
I'm so sorry.
I really like the tournament arc. I really like Dragon Ball Super. The Tournament of Power arc isn't terrible, but there's a lot of. It was kind of painful watching it every week because like you want things to progress forward, but like since there's so many characters.
But they don't.
Since there's so many characters fighting in this tournament, they don't always focus on the characters you want, because if they don't focus on every character, you're not going to see like certain people get eliminated, and it's not going to make any sense for just it to be randomly focusing on the main characters. That and obviously Super did have some animation problems.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, even the tournament is too damn slow. Like, and in Super, the character designs are awful. They're terrible. Like, look at Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. He has the sash, like the hair with different stripes. Beautiful. No eyebrows. Like,
such a weird design.
Like, he has these poofy pants to sort of reminiscent to like Majin, and those shoes. Look at that, right? And then look at that big purple man with just the red shirt, looking like Tyrone from behind.
I'm trying to think of the character thing. Are you talking about like the Winnie the Pooh guy? Because he wasn't purple.
The guy who's in he's how forgettable he is. The guy who's in He's in the game. He's in Fighters.
You talking about Hit?
Not Hit. Hit's okay. The really big man.
I'm trying to think. Are you sure he's in Fighters?
Hold on. I mean, I know he is in Fighters. Yeah, that's why I was like, why is this thing so bad? Dragon and Wild Boys.
Just put a picture of him, just as. Okay, my cat is sleeping on my bed. Just because. So I can actually know. So I'm trying to think. There's not really that many purple people.
Dragon Ball.
And especially in Fighters. In Fighters, all I can think of is
Characters.
Hit and Cooler. I think are like the main two purple people. Besides Ginyu also. But
It
Hit
was.
is the only person from Dragon Ball Super. Besides Kefla, they added Kefla, and also they're adding Ultra Instinct Goku.
What the hell? Where is he? What the fuck? Give me the character. Is this no, it's not. What the hell? I know this guy's in the game. Give it to me.
I'm just thinking, you at least read off the character name.
I'm typing the name. Yeah. Base roster.
So Abby wants me to come to her room at like 8 p.m.
What? Jiren? Was that it?
Oh, Jiren? Oh, he's not purple.
Hold on.
But he is in Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh my god! Why is it so difficult? I just want to fucking. I'm getting angry. Like, this should be so easy. Okay, Dragon Ball Fighter Z characters. This should be so fucking simple.
I'm talking about Red Shirt, and he's part of the Pride Troopers, and like maybe Jiren, but Jiren's not purple.
God, I'm about to snap. I hate when something. Nothing drives me crazy than when something should be really easy and no one can fucking do it. Oh wait. I found him. Wait. This guy. This guy over here. This guy.
Yeah, that's Jiren.
Yeah, the design's awful.
He's just a big ALMAO alien.
Huh?
I said he's a big ALMAO alien.
Yeah, he's like, hey, we're gonna milk the money because if they watch that first anime, they'll watch anything.
I don't have as much of a problem with him, I guess. Because, I mean, part of the whole reason that he's even good is because that's how Goku unlocks Ultra Instinct. Those episodes are pretty good, but if you really look at him, he's just strong to be strong, and it's kind of dumb that he's almost as strong as a god, too. And he's just there to be strong, and nobody knows how he got that strong, because he doesn't have
It's a
any
bunch of
backstory.
lumpy characters. It's like, I don't know, like, you know, I mean, it's a genre. Shonen's a genre. I've really grown to not like it anymore. I mean, that's just my opinion, you know. But I just don't like it anymore, so I can't watch it. And but also like.
No, not even know my
But-
hero. No, I love that show.
But factually, like, that's just poor design, and factually, it's lazy storytelling sometimes.
Well, I mean, his backstory is probably the laziest thing ever. His parents got killed by some guy, and then he wants to like train to beat them or something like that. And that's how he gets so strong. That's
It's,
it.
you know, it was more entertaining the backstory for that one dude in Street Fighter 4, like the guy who's like he learned kung fu from kung fu movies,
You're talking about Dan?
and like he's the really chubby guy in the jumpsuit.
Oh, you mean Rufus? Yeah.
Rufus, yeah, he learned from fucking movies.
Yeah, that's Rufus.
That's so stupid.
I need to get once I get my new computer, I need to buy some Street Fighter 4 ASAP. We need to get on that because I used to be like actually
Soul Fighter 4?
legitimately solid with Ibuki. My brother used to play Makoto.
Yeah, Street Fighter, it's Assault Fighter 4 is so good. That game is so fun.
It is really fun. Yeah, it's I used to play it like a lot, like Ultra Street Fighter 4. I used to play it a lot back in it might have been in the space of time when I after my first job. I know there was a point where I really got into Street Fighter 7 or Street Fighter 4. I said Street Fighter 7, so I was thinking about Tekken 7. I've been playing a little bit. I haven't been playing as much as I've been wanting to, but I got into Tekken a bit this week, and it is hella fun. I really like playing Tekken. King is the guy I'm playing a lot, and Nakuma. But,
Have you learned King's Cross?
Not yet. I've been meaning to like look up a video on like the fundamentals because there's a lot of stuff. Like there's parries. I did pull off a parry once, and that was pretty nice.
King's Cross is a grab where there's like 10 inputs, or like 12 inputs, and you do like 60% of their damage.
Yeah.
Like once you get the first one.
Yeah, I fought this really good. I also wanted to play Armor King, who's like.
Yeah.
The whole lore of Tekken is crazy. Like he was his brother or something like that. I read on the wiki, but also because there's more than one person whose name is Armor King. But I fought a couple really good Tekken King mains on Tekken, and yeah, there's one grab. Like grabs are pretty easy to get out of from Tekken, unless like if you're expecting them, because in Tekken it's not like Street Fighter where if you both grab at the same time, it just bounces off. Like if you get a grab in a Street Fighter, it's guaranteed. In Tekken 7, if you get a grab and you press the grab button, then you get out of the grab.
Yeah,
and
like you have to. It's pretty easy to react to it.
Yeah, if you're not expecting it though, then like that's the only way it goes through. But yeah, there's.
I think it cancels out because in Tekken, yeah, for combos you need to put your like in Street Fighter they reward you for like taking your time with some combos. Like you don't just spam it out immediately, like time it right and it'll connect. But in Tekken you have to hit your things, like you have to put in your strings of inputs like before the first hit even goes out.
That's sort of like Tekken, or not that specific, but
yeah,
Tekken is so different from other fighting games. It's got a very specific rhythm to it, which I kind of like. But it's easy if you're not like used to it. Like I've played like I don't know, maybe 5-ish hours of Tekken, so I like it, but I'm not like super into the rhythm yet. So it's easy to mess things up. But it's got its own unique rhythm to it. I really like it. It's honestly the only tier I want to get up to is like I haven't been playing any ranked because I'm new. I still am like learning the game, but I like wanting it to the point where I can play casually and have fun, but like be semi good at the game. I'm not trying to go for anything crazy, but like I really do enjoy it. And yeah, I was playing some good King mains online. He hit me with the one grab that did half my health, and I was like, oh my god, just half my health.
All right, I'll get some lunch. I'll come back when this is done. Yeah, fucking 3D fighters do have a different vibe. I don't know. I haven't played the new Tekken, but I've sort of been turned off from 3D fighters. Like in no particular reason. I just really like 2D stuff a lot.
Dude, when
like
Guilty Gear Strive comes out, I'm just gonna be all over that. That game is the most insane anime fighter I've ever seen in my life. Like you've seen the trailers. Like it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they make it look that good. Like it's witchcraft. It looks insane. But I'm gonna be all over that. I've never played Guilty Gear, but I wanted to get into it because it looks super cool.
Honestly, I want to get into get into a fighting game period, and like most communities are pretty active. Like I want to get into one, like get better at it to the point where like it becomes like what's the word?
Where you can engage in
like you pass execution barrier, and now it's just decision making.
Yeah.
And like
that's
really it's really fun.
Yeah.
But like, and then like and to do that you have to like know your character inside and out, and you have to like
it really takes like weeks to even really learn a character, and even that's just like getting to know them.
I mean, when you say weeks, how many hours do you mean?
I don't really know like specific. I'm just saying like to really get to know like your character and get to know around them, to get to know your way around them. And
yeah, cause I mean, when you say like for me, like a week, like right now, a week would be like I don't know, play a game for like maybe like 8 hours max, maybe. But obviously that's different. Some people that play like a lot. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, also a lot of times people they never get over a learning curve because they just go into training and then they just like punch, and then or maybe they look over they just keep playing games and then they don't look up their fundamentals. They don't look up the fundamentals of the game, And they're like, why doesn't it work? This is not fair. I'm playing against overpowered characters.
In the Smash documentary, I forgot who said it, but one of the players said the best way to learn is to look at other people who are better than you that are doing it. Like, look at the pros.
Absolutely.
That's one of the best ways to learn.
Absolutely.
And the fact of the matter is, like, you can go into training, you can feel as good as, you can feel like you're the best player in the world, but you'll never get good at the game until you get actual experience. You have to go online, you have to fight people, you have to, like, you can't get good playing against an AI character.
Yeah.
Like,
and end of the day, winning is winning. Also,
Mewtwo King, he like started out playing against AI characters, then he went into a tournament and doesn't realize like why wasn't he doing good, you know? Because he was good at the game, but he didn't know how to play against a human player, you know?
Yeah.
He's insane though. He's like memorizing all this frame data and stuff like that, like the early days of Mewtwo King.
It was crazy, that one video where he was wave dashing in his sleep, like he fell asleep at the controller.
I think I heard that was staged. Or I think
Staged? No, impossible. I refuse to believe it.
I mean, it's a pretty great video.
I mean, it wasn't wave dashing, but it was hitting buttons.
Like in a specific pattern, not exactly wave dashing, right? Like, it was
no, he was just hitting buttons. Like, he wasn't literally wave dashing.
Yeah, no, he wasn't wave dashing, but I was like, what's the word? It looked very rhythmic. Like, it wasn't just like it was almost as if he was playing the game.
I mean, it looked like a sequence from something that he was doing. Yeah, fighting games are cool, but I wish I had time for them. I just don't have time for them. Like, I really wanna like let me think. Like Street Fighter 5, I was putting a little bit of time.
It's definitely harder to get into them nowadays.
Yeah, they still, honestly, fighting game, they're still ass cheeks at introducing you. Like they just ass. Like the tutorials are ass.
I'm so appalled at how many games don't even have tutorials. Like, I went to Tekken, there's nothing, or maybe there was, but like, I know there's a training mode, but like, I need you to tell me at least the fundamentals of the game. Tell me some basics or something.
You know what has an amazing tutorial? BlazBlue.
Yeah.
BlazBlue. Yeah, they have like
holds your hand, tells you everything.
Books. They give you books. They say, yeah.
Fighting games are so deep. You can't just like, fighting games are so deep that you need to have some sort of guide.
Like, I didn't know, like, when I was playing like League, like, that's like, there's a high learning curve, and like, I didn't know that I had to look things up to be even average. Like, I thought, oh, every game I've played till now is a tutorial, otherwise everyone's on the same playing field. So I was like, oh, why the hell would I need to look something up? And I looked something up, and then I was like, here are the fundamentals of the game. And then so, like, gets so much better in like a week. Just got so much better. And like, same with fighting games. Like, I look up fundamentals of this character, practice this thing. It's so much better.
I was say, speaking of League of Legends, I totally forgot about that character that I actually wanted to play. That was voiced by Dio.
Oh, Set.
That guy is so insane, dude.
Listen, the game still asks. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Just all I need to do is just listen to the voice lines, and I can be happy. His voice is just so recognizable. Oh darn. You know what? I might just have to. I quit so I wanted to see if I could. Because I think I missed the event, so I'm just gonna see if I can go back and do it again.
I wish I had more time.
Yeah, I need to get back into Tekken. Something I've been ignoring a lot is drawing. I haven't, like when I was practicing my art, I haven't drawn like forever. I actually really do need to get back on that because I really do like it. I just, sometimes I feel like I spread myself too thin with all the stuff I want to do. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think,
So I have a limited amount of time.
You're 100% right. You have a limited amount of time. Another thing that I'm just like, but you know what? Everyone has the same amount of time in the day,
Yeah.
It's like, there are people who have the exact amount of same time as myself and are doing more productive things. So I'm like, oh, might as well. Like, even if it's like small, So it tries to help me myself try to do more stuff.
Oh god,
Where the hell am I?
To talk about. So I played the FF7 remake demo that just came out. Oh my god, dude, so incredible! Everything, like the graphics to like the new combat style. The you know, I don't know if you've seen it. Like they've changed from turn-based. They still have like the ATB system, where like the
like live turn-based.
Sort of like the ATB system in Final Fantasy VII was a little bit different than just turn-based because you can't attack until like your ATB gauge is up. So it's more like, but enemies can still attack in that.
What does ATB stand for?
Active time battle.
Okay.
So like your meter's going up, but enemies can attack you before that is over. Like they can still.
I remember playing the Final Fantasy 1 like on my Wii, and like the emulator and like the what do you call it, the virtualware, and I was like, what are these moves? Interesting. And then the guy just says, "All right, it hits me." I'm like, what? Like I like never witnessed like them like breaking the rules and like attacking me. I was literally like so horrified. Like what? Like I literally started sweating because I'm like, oh, I'm on the clock now. Like that was so like.
Just shaking. Like, no, it's not possible. This isn't how it's supposed to be.
like throw his controller at the screen.
Yeah.
Like I bet that's what people like probably experienced when like that first game came out. They're literally horrified. Like what?
But it's really great, man. I don't know if it's on PC or not. I don't think it is, but maybe check out. Like I know Wooly did a Wooly versus video on it. It looks great. It plays great. The combat is actually like really deep. Like so, characters have like different stances. The characters you get to play as in the demo, in this game, like you could sort of switch different characters, technically, in the original game, but you didn't really play as them because it was a turn-based game. In this game, you can actually switch between characters, and in the middle of battle, and you're encouraged to because every character has different strengths and weaknesses. Some you have in the demo. It's the very first part of the game, the bombing run on the Shinra reactor, and so you get to play as Cloud and Barrett. The voice acting is pretty nice. Barrett's voice is the only one I sort of had a problem with. I felt like sometimes he didn't have enough emotion, and sometimes he was a little bit too over the top, too hammy. But everyone else's voice sounded good, so I think I'll play the game with just like English voices. And they did really good lip syncing. It doesn't look like it's lip synced to Japanese. It looks like it's lip synced to English.
I mean, I'm sure they made some attempt to lip sync it.
But it looks like they're speaking English words, and I know there is a lot of like English dubbed Final Fantasy content. Although, for like Final Fantasy VII, I mean, although most of the Final Fantasy VII content I've seen is Japanese dubbed. And
lip syncing doesn't make sense. Like, I remember playing Ninja Storm 2, and like on the PS3, and I put it to English, and the lip syncing was off a little bit, but then I put the lip syncing, I switched to the dialogue to Japanese, and it was worse. I don't get like how that works. I really don't.
So just usually how English dub lip syncing works is they have to change the sentences and such. They have to add more words so that they can match, like at least to the closest degree. You're not gonna match like syllables.
So I was like about to
Yeah, like they can't match it to the closest syllable, but they have to match just when it starts and when it ends.
Yeah.
So that sort of takes me out sometimes. So like, I'll be watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and sometimes I have to like don't think about the lip flaps. Just don't think about them. If I'm not thinking about them, like it's good. But like when I start to like think about it and I just start looking at the lips, it dissociates me from like the voice. So like, it doesn't look like they're speaking those words. You know what I'm saying? And then like, that sort of takes me out of it. Like I still watch it, but like it sort of takes me out of it. That sort of annoys me.
Yeah, immersion broken.
It's definitely. But yeah, so I was gonna say back to Final Fantasy VII remake. So you play as Cloud and Barrett in this demo. Cloud is close range, and his stance is called Punisher. He has Punisher mode and Operator mode, which Operator mode is his normal thing and allows him to block ranged attacks and like just everything. Punisher mode lets you do heavier, stronger attacks that are also slower, and you can only block melee attacks, meaning if you block ranged attacks you go back into operator mode, but if you block a melee attack you immediately do a counter attack, which is something you need for like an enemy later on in the demo. And oh my god, the very first boss in that game, he has like multiple stages, like he sort of did in the original if I remember, but they made the boss so much more involved and epic and like actually harder. Like I failed I think once or twice, I think maybe once in that boss battle because he's actually like harder, and oh my god, it's so great, dude.
Yeah, it sounds. I never played 7, but it sounds a good opportunity.
You definitely
to play, yeah.
Because oh my god, and like to have that same iconic shot of him looking at the Shinra reactor from the game, but like in not HD, but you know, remastered this time. It's so good. I love the original Final Fantasy VII, and I'm so close to beating it actually. Like I'm on the last disc. The one thing I was gonna do was search for the ultimate weapon before I finish the game. I'm this close to finishing the game. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm like, I'll beat the game before the remake comes out, and they announced the remake like 5 years ago or something like that. But I haven't had Final Fantasy VII for that long. But what I'm saying is it's really great. The only negative is that the game's gonna come out in at least 3 parts, I think. But they say that every part is going to have the length of the full game, so... Oh, I can't talk to this person.
So we're spending this long waiting, it's only the first one?
It's until the party leaves Midgar. And Final Fantasy VII comes in 3 discs.
Go ahead.
Each part is like pretty long, and like it also ends conclusively, because you had to play them on separate discs, which was crazy. Every part... Yeah, go ahead.
So they're giving you 3. So they're giving you. They're saying they're giving you 60 times or like 30 times 3 games hours.
I think it'll be 3 parts, but I'm not. I don't know if they specified, if I can remember. But it is going to be more than 1 part.
So they're giving you 3 games.
Essentially, yeah. But
Ooh.
I don't think you can buy them all at once. At least I don't think there's an option to. I think you buy them, you know, as they come out, because they haven't even announced. We have no idea when the second one is going to come out. You know.
Wait, I'm confused. Hold up. So they're giving you the first of 3 parts.
First one comes out April 10th this year.
Okay. Okay. I get it. Okay.
Yeah. But it is just incredible. I can't gush enough about it. It's just so fun. I wasn't sure if I would like the new battle system, like when I saw it in the trailers and all that, but it is so fun to play. It's actually to the point where I don't even think I want to go back to turn-based, because it's just really fun. It feels closer to a character action game than like it just feels like the battle system is closer to like a character action game than it is like its own thing, and it's just super fun to play. It feels like the battles feel way more involved, and you can switch to your other people. You can switch to other characters. Like Barret is long range, so you can take out long range enemies with Barret. When you're not playing as your party members, they'll be doing their own thing. Like they'll still be battling, but you can also give them battle commands through the menu. And for spells, abilities, and items, you go into a menu and then the game sort of slows down in the middle of a fight. So you still have ample time to do whatever you need to do and then get back into the fight, but it doesn't detract from the fight at all. It doesn't have everything just stop or anything like that. It still flows very well. So it is super duper fun to play. It sort of stops short. It's like maybe an hour and a half long, but I was a little bit worried about playing it, because I was like, I don't know if it was going to be too much, because I still want to buy the game. But it's like just the right amount to make you want to play the game, I think. Because I think it definitely cuts off pretty early. And then, you know, they have a bunch of clips of the game before they tell you to buy it, you know, like most demos. But it was an experience. All the music is remastered and like orchestral type like remake. The music in the original is great, but this is even better. Yeah, seriously, definitely, if you can get your hands on it, I don't know if it's coming to PC or not, but definitely if you can try to play it, it's really good. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, I thought it's a girl character. I thought her hair was a hat. So yeah, what you been doing this week? I think we sort of glossed over that.
I'm sorry.
I was saying, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was looking at something all night. Let's see what I've been doing. Let's see. Had another practice session with the core disruption dudes. It's cool. We're like, oh, these guns do this much damage.
Oh, the tank.
They like updated the tank sim, the VR tank sim core disruption. Finals April 11th, I believe, at UMD University of Maryland in the Reeb. It's just so exciting. That's fun. Let's see what else. That's why it was censored out of my mind. I was grinding non-stop the past week and a half because I had like 2 computer science exams that were like within 2 days. So like they were just, oh my god, like I don't think I've ever worked that much for that long. It was just, I have to do it twice more because I have the exam and the final.
So the
Go ahead.
I was saying, has the tournament happened yet? Or?
No, the tournament has not happened. It's in April 11th, I believe.
Oh wow.
It's in April.
I didn't realize it was that far away.
Yeah. I'm also excited for Big Camp. Big Camp is this hackathon. So it's like hackathons are like they're sort of like computer science fairs, sort of. It's like you go there, they lock you in a room. By a room, I mean the Xfinity Center, which is a basketball stadium.
They lock you in a room. Don't come out.
They lock you in the Xfinity Center for 72 hours. They say, make something that pleases me. And they say, make something. And then we have them tied up at the bottom of the University of Maryland.
On a TV screen, like constantly, so you can see them while you're
like,
working.
Like they take the and they like make something, and people make the most amazing things. Like people get in teams of 4, and like, let's see, these one guys, they got jams, this. Right? They make games. Yeah, that shit happened. But like this, my favorite one was there's this group of seniors, and they had a Nerf gun, third-party Nerf, Chinese Nerf bullets, mind you, but pre-corona bullets. They don't have the plague buff on them.
Before times.
Yeah, they don't have the plague buff on them. And a Roomba and a Kinect, and they put the Kinect on the Roomba and the Nerf gun with the bullets on the Roomba, and they made it aim at people's heads and shoot them. And let me tell you, that thing worked exactly as planned on the demonstration day. It capped 3 people's heads. Blah blah blah. It worked perfectly. Oh like God. Holy shit, that was That's beautiful.
Awesome. You were talking about
it was beautiful.
Bit camp. That was reminding me of I have made that resolution that like if I go to at least one con this year, I want to go to Otakon. 100%.
Otakon?
Yeah.
Like for what exactly? I'm curious. Like the panels or like the cosplay or what?
I just want to see everything. I've never been to like a con before, especially not an anime convention. Just everything. I want the experience.
Yeah. When I went to Otakon, I was really surprised afterwards that like I spent a good like I don't know quite a fair chunk of my time just walking around the markets. Like legitimately maybe like 70-80% of my time was walking around the markets. Like it was just a lot of time. They have a lot of sick panels. Those are awesome. What else? The usual spiel: cosplay panels, little games, local artists that sell you their art. and it's usually amazing.
Yeah, I saw from the stories.
Yeah, I will say you best be careful because everyone's first con, everyone says they spend way too much because they usually do.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's just so much all at once. You're like, oh god, yes, like it's all here.
Can we make counterfeit Goofy Rasengan stickers? Or
I remember I like just beat Cuphead, and I went there, and then I walk in the dealer's room, and there's a Cuphead mug, and before I asked for the price, I just gave my credit card, and then said how much. Like I gave the card before I knew the price. Like literally, like I was just that mug was amazing. I want now.
Yeah, I've seen one of those. I think on my previous game, like on my previous 100% legal copy of Cuphead, I got up to like the Mermaid Girl. That's where I had stopped. And since I don't have that anymore, since my computer has been completely wiped, like on Christmas a year ago, I think it was Christmas 2018. So definitely, I don't think it was 2019. It might have been 2019. No, it was definitely 2018. But I bought Cuphead on my brother's Xbox so that we could co-op it together. Co-op is a lot harder than playing by yourself because they increase the enemy health and all that. So.
Oh shit! Oh, does it increase boss health?
Yeah, it increases boss health. I think. I don't know about.
Is it like directly doubled?
I'm not 100% sure. I know they do increases because we were playing and I'm like, this battle should be over by now. Why aren't we done?
Let's just give it more health. You'll be fighting him for weeks.
Me and my brother stopped on the genie guy. That was where we left off. But I started.
Genie guy.
I started my own save, and I got to like the first island pretty quick. The only one that really gives me trouble on the first island, kind of, is parts of like the blimp girl. I can beat. The only part that gives me trouble with the blimp girl is like the very last part when there's so much happening, and the flower boss sort of gives me. The
one where she becomes the moon.
Yeah.
What is there like? Is there like any? Like, is there any like rhyme or reason behind her becoming the moon?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to know.
I don't know.
Like, I want to know.
Because she transforms into like signs before, like Taurus and I don't know what the angels are, but like she becomes like astrology signs or like constellations. But then I don't know.
Oh, that relates. Okay, that relates. Okay. Oh, there's this one awesome boss where like you'll forget by the time you get there, but like they become like they're like an actress, and then when you kill her, she becomes like the ghost of her dead body, and then she becomes like God or something, and then the angels crying.
Yeah, it's like a
and then she becomes like the wave. She becomes the wave.
Yeah, I think I remember that. It has like multiple phases, and there's like I forgot which island it is on. It must be on the third one or something.
Honestly, like even the first blob boss, when like when you kill him and his grave fights you, at that point you knew you're in for a ride. Like.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he came back from his tombstone's fighting.
There's videos of people raging at that boss, and I'm like,
oh, you got a lot more.
This game might not be for you if you're raging at like the very first bosses in the game. At least I didn't see anybody rage just like the vegetable boss. That one's supposed to teach you how to play the game. Like if you rage at that, like just don't play this game. I've seen so many people on Reddit saying Cuphead is my favorite game that I don't want to play or that I don't like playing. Because they like the aesthetic, they like everything about Cuphead except actually playing it.
Oh yeah, and then there were these communities, or not communities, but these groups of people who are saying like, why don't just make your game? Why have you made your game too hard? Like it's not meant to be played by everybody. Like it's not. It may be too hard for you. Like it may not be necessarily for you. I mean, like.
Baby.
I think like if you are a baby who needs to get good, like then the best case scenario is they play other stuff and then after like a long time they'll come back to Cuphead.
Yeah.
But like that's the best case scenario, like, and that probably won't happen.
You ready for that DLC though?
Oh, that DLC was announced so long ago. I keep checking up on it, but
Yeah,
it
was
doesn't
like,
happen.
you know what's been announced forever ago that I've been waiting for? I keep checking up on every now and then. Stanley
What?
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Wait, is that a sequel?
It's a not a remake. It's the game with more content and also like HD or something like that. That's essentially what it is. But they've added like a ton more endings and stuff like that.
Oh my
And they're also
god.
porting it to consoles, I think.
The Minecraft ending.
That was really good. I remember seeing that game when it was a Gmod mod, and then like years later it was this actual game. I'm waiting for that because I'm tired of waiting for it. I just want it to happen. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't know how to explain. Like I definitely want to play it, but it's like this neurotic compulsion that I just keep checking up on. Like I don't check up on any of these other games because I know when they're coming out. I know it's just a matter of time, but this one game I don't know when it's coming out, and I just want to play it.
Yeah, I want a date.
That would be nice, a date. Just like
Um,
an idea maybe of when it's coming out. I don't even know if
the sheer thought,
Yeah.
the sheer inkling of a fucking neuron moving in my skull.
Maybe soon with quotes on it. Basically, that's the best we can do.
Oh wait, speaking of games never coming out, how about that Hot Star Citizen?
Oh yeah, I forgot that game
Yeah,
even existed.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the, you know, like the whole idea of it'll come out when it's ready is nice until 5 years pass.
Almost there, guys.
Let me take it right now. Star Citizen, release date.
Google just says no. Just no. There's no release date.
Oh,
It's not coming out.
Kickstarter. Hold on. Despite increase in development progress, Star Citizen is still yet to receive a date. Almost 8 years after successfully crowdfunding the
There's a
campaign.
reason why people are calling it just the longest scam like ever is because they keep taking people's money even though the game. We have no idea if the game's coming out. I mean, I know it's
Like
supposed to.
there's an alpha, isn't there? Like people can play some of it, but
There are some insane things you can spend money on in that game. Like the ships that you can buy are insane. Look up some of the prices of the ship. I know they go into the hundreds, maybe the thousands.
like actual dollars.
Actual dollars.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Holy ship, yeah.
You know what had a crazy date and actually came out? Black Mesa.
Yeah. I was
Black
wondering when you were gonna bring that
Mesa.
up because I played. I don't know what it was. If maybe I was feeling off that day, but when I played Black Mesa, I've never had motion sickness before, but deleting that game made me feel like weird in my head. I don't know how to describe it. Like it sort of.
Do you mean when you strafe left and right and the
Yeah.
camera tilts instead of just standing firm?
That's the closest thing I've ever had to motion sickness, and I don't think it was, but I don't think I've ever had motion sickness, but that was the closest thing I could describe to it, basically.
I certainly noticed it. Like I was cool with it, but I certainly noticed it. I was like, this is definitely
Made
different.
my head not feel right. I didn't like it. I never really got that far into it. I don't think. I don't remember how far I got into it, but like when it comes out for real, I've never actually played the original Half-Life, so I should give it a try.
I was playing it earlier today for a little bit, and like, oh my god, like I remember. What I remember the most from Black Mesa and Half-Life is the music's going so well with like the game. Like they blended in such a unique way. Like everything's just quiet and you're in this mundane ass science office and you put the suit on and it's like booting up sequences, launching, and they play like sick ass rock music and you look at it with your hands like you're still like in the game. Like they didn't have a cutscene.
That's what I've heard. I think I forgot where I heard it specifically, but I know they said that they specifically stressed that they didn't want cutscenes. I think Gabe stressed that. I might be wrong just off the top of my head. I know they stressed that I just remember they specifically stressed that they didn't want cutscenes. The story happens around you. It just happens.
Yeah.
Which is actually really cool. My brother's played almost all of them, I think. I haven't gotten around to playing Half-Life. But
Yeah, I played Black Mesa, but back when it wasn't finished. So the last 3 chapters were not available.
Really good game, you gotta play.
I played Half-Life 2, and that was awesome. And I played the DLCs, and now after that, I was like, I get why people are like, "Where's episode 3?" I didn't even understand what that means.
Is the story
like
that good?
Yeah, Half-Life 2 is awesome. Like episode 3 is like the conclusion to their DLC. Like the DLC are like it immediately continues the story,
Yeah.
and it was sort of a trilogy of DLC,
People
and
are,
like the third one is supposed to finish it.
I guess that's why people are so hyped for Alex. You know, that new VR one.
Yeah, Alex is so sick.
I haven't really seen much like gameplay footage. I haven't paid much attention to it.
Oh my god, Alex looks godly.
I think the only reason I haven't played Half-Life is because I don't want to become part of the people that are waiting for Half-Life 3.
Praise Gaben.
Yeah, that's probably the main
I
reason I
remember
haven't played it.
remember when Gabe was a literal god amongst men.
I love
The
that
flowing-
website for the Steam sales. I was like, "Are you ready for yeah?" What was it?
Are you ready for a miracle?
Yeah, that was the
And
it plays this clip of him, and I think he also like, really liked it too. I was like, "Oh, it's so good."
Little Christ.
Literal God a king handing down sales to the peasants. The God laughs.
Damn, I haven't got much on the Steam sale for a while. I've been meaning to get the BioShock collection because I bootlegged them, so I want to actually buy them.
Something I really want to play through. There's a lot of franchises I really want to play through. I want to play through Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, Nathan Drake, Uncharted. I have the trilogy.
I want to play. Hey, Sonny, have you played Nathan Drake? I saw it on the YouTube. Nathan Drake, the game.
I got the trilogy on PS4, like through PS Plus. I've been meaning to play that because all the clips I've seen off Donkey's channel look like it's just like Indiana Jones on crack. It's like an action movie that you're playing.
Yeah, I've played the first 3 Uncharted, and I will say they're all awesome.
I remember seeing Shelby because she had the Uncharted 4 Special Edition PS4, which is the one I have at Glenn's house. That's their PS4, and I remember her seeing her play like the ending of the 4th game, but I didn't understand anything that was happening.
You know, a bit of a hot take, but I think those are like those limited edition consoles like a waste of money. Like I like 90% of the time. No, not even 90. I have yet to see a console that's like this video game X edition, and I'm like, wow, that looks really good. Like console looks really good.
Special edition consoles I wanted like over the years. What? One of the ones that I wanted that was like the most elusive one was the Groudon Ruby Red version of the Game Boy. Like I spent so long on eBay debating whether or not I should buy it, but I never did.
Alright, let me look this up.
The only special edition console I own is the 3DS my brother got me for Christmas, the Pikachu one. I actually really like this one. It's 3DS, new 3DS XL. I've sent you a picture of it, I think.
Okay, the Groudon looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks pretty good.
You don't know how long I've spent thinking to myself, I want to buy it. I need it, but I don't need it, but I really want it. But I do sort of have a functioning Game Boy.
You know, the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance actually looks pretty clean.
The SP is my favorite version of that line. I have a fair few Game Boys. I have the Pocket, I've got the original Game Boy Advance, I've got the brick Game Boy, like one of the very first Game Boys. But the Game Boy Advance SP is my favorite because it's got the backlit screen, the amazing clamshell design. It fits right in your hand. It is a legendary console. So many good games on it, and one of my very few regrets. Trying to live my life without any regrets. One of my very few regrets is that I gave up my Nintendo DS console for a DS Lite, or my DS Lite for a DSi. I traded it in for a DSi. I knew it was a good console before, but I didn't really truly realize until I lost my access to a Game Boy how influential, how much I took that system for granted, how good the DS Lite was because it had a Game Boy slot.
Did you play? The reason they take it out is often because like a huge majority of people don't actually play old games. Like, was there an old game you played a lot?
I just think it was a more convenient way because you could also play DS games and Game Boy games. Some of them had specific features, like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl had Pal Park. You could bring over Pokemon.
Oh yeah, where you literally needed it. Yeah.
Pokemon from the Game Boy games to the DS.
Yeah.
God, it's
pretty cool how it works.
Yeah, it's really great. feature.
You can like make you can literally carry a Pokemon from like the first game all the way down.
It's so good. I really love the DS Lite was a really good system. What was I thinking of? You know, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers. What was it? Pokemon Mystery Team DX or Rescue Team DX just came out Friday.
It got remade, right?
It's the remake of Blue and Red Rescue Team from the Game Boy and
I
DS.
I didn't know about it.
And I owned them. I have played through them, but I really want to play them again because I haven't played them in years, and I don't want to go through my old save file. I don't want to delete my old save file because I have the original games, but I've done everything in them, and I just want to keep that intact, you know. So I did want to buy it. I also got a new graphical style. I don't know if you've seen it, but it looks really cool. They've like
A new what?
redone the graphics for the Switch version. The only reason that I haven't bought it is because I'm not confident that I will finish it before Animal Crossing comes out and takes over my life. And I don't want to pick up a game and then a new game and then drop it for another game, you know. There's so many good games coming out this year.
No.
I don't know how much.
I don't want Animal Crossing to come out.
You don't want Animal Crossing to come out?
I don't want it to come out because then no one in the planet will play New Leaf anymore.
Oh yeah, I forgot. New Leaf does exist.
See? The people forget their
I poured a
old
lot of time into
savior.
New Leaf. I must have poured like $100, $200 in that. I can power on my 3DS right now.
Maybe I should start actually buying games on the Switch. I haven't like bought.
You know what's appalling? I don't mean to cut you off, but 1-2 Switch is still at its full price 3 years later.
Yeah, I don't know who's buying that for full price.
That game is the demo game. That's the Wii Sports of Switch games. It literally should have come with the Switch, and I wanted to play it. So I wanted
It should have come with the Switch. Yeah.
I wanted to carry my Switch to all my friends' house. Say, hey guys, this is my new console. Let's play this out. Instead, when you guys came over, we had to play ARMS, and not that ARMS isn't. Or I didn't even actually have.
ARMS is not a good game.
What?
ARMS is terrible.
I liked the game, but it's.
No.
I liked it, but the last time I played it, no one's playing it anymore. I went on to ranked. I had to wait 10 minutes. Deadass, I had to wait 10, 20 minutes per match. And then when I did play someone, I had to keep playing them over and over again because there was no one else online. And after my like third or fourth or fifth match, like I got tired of waiting. I just did something else because that was more enjoyable than did something else with my time. That was more enjoyable than waiting for another damn match of ARMS.
Dead communities stink.
Because there was like multiple new characters that had come out since the last time I had played, back when they still updated the game. And there was this one character that I really liked called Dr. Coyle, and like her charge move is that she grows an extra arm, so she has 3 arms, and it's on either side. It'll recreate whatever arm you have on your either side of your body. So if you can have 2 different arms. You can mix and match, and whatever side her extra arm appears on will be that specific arm. It's always random which side it goes on.
I remember, like, the lore for ARMS is like everyone at the same time on the same night just woke up with them on their arms.
Yeah, some people woke up with like ARMS powers, and like people like Mechanica, she's in a mech, so she doesn't actually have ARMS powers. But they have like comics also, which I haven't read. My favorite character was Twintail, though. She was so cool. She like slows down time when you try to punch her.
Ooh,
And
like Bea.
Like you have a charge move where you slow down time, and they can move out of the way and go bop 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 bop. She was also like I feel like Nintendo knew what they were doing because I don't know if you've seen the game. Like the perspective is from the back, so you always see Twintail's assets. So yeah, I've seen this and I'm like, I swear to God, I'm trying to focus on the game. It's a fun game. But yeah, I haven't played it forever. You know what's a travesty? One of the biggest travesties of the Switch is Super Mario Party, because by all means, it should be a fun game.
It is a fun game.
It isn't, because they've never updated the game. Like, not that it's not fun, but it could be better. They've never provided any ounce of support. The main problem with that game is that there's not enough content, and they've never ever updated it even once. And I don't understand why. Like they've provided support for all these different games: Splatoon 2, Mario Tennis Aces, which I loved Mario Tennis on the 64. I kind of wanted to pick up Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch at some point because it looks so fun. It's like a fighting game mixed with tennis, sort of. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I wish we could play. I've been really itching to get in some Lethal League with the boys. I love that game.
Lethal League Blaze! Ba-da-da-da. The soundtrack on that game is wild.
Yeah, my favorite one is the
I
one
listened to it to study a lot.
Funky Fresh Beats by Hideki Naganuma, the guy who did Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like that.
Speaking of Jet Set Radio, I've always wanted to. I was gonna say Beyblade. I meant to say Rollerblade, like in Jet Set Radio. I love the aesthetic of Jet Set Radio. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very unique, very iconic.
Yeah. I mean, rollerblading is hard.
Is it an ankle breaker?
Yeah, sort of. It's like you have to balance and stretch those like muscles in such a way that to stay balanced. You have to like sort of keep them crooked. Same thing for ice skating. When I went ice skating with Kurt, my like muscles were hurting my feet by the end of it because I never really used like those specific muscles, and like the way you have to do it really hurt them in a way that I don't feel usually. That and like I didn't wear long enough socks, and there was a tag on the inside that rubbed me raw, like bloody. I didn't realize it after. I think I still have the scars from it. I fell down a lot when we were doing that, and it was fun. Me and Kurt joked that I was paying them to hurt myself. I ended up with lots of bruises on my knees and my legs, but I was getting better by the end of it. I was pretty solid, kind of, by the end of it. But oh my god, the next few weeks at work hurt a lot. So like whenever I had to get down on my knees, I could feel all my bruises.
When you got down to your knees?
Yeah, do some minor electrical work and all that.
For work purposes?
Yeah, for work purposes. But yeah.
I'm just making sure that people know what you're saying.
Yeah, 400%. I'm not. I'm getting up the work ladder in a honest and respectful way. I'm not sleeping my way to the top. No favors here.
I was at fucking I was waiting for my oh, hold up, fuck. I was waiting for this NASA dude to help me with like this project they're working on, and I was waiting in front of his office, and there's another guy's office next to him, and then like someone went to that guy's room, right? They left the door open, they talked about class, blah blah blah, and then he leaves. The next guy comes in, he says, "Yeah, just close the door," and then he takes like a note that says, "Be back in 5 minutes." He puts down the door, then closes it, and like you couldn't see a single thing in there. So they really could have been and like no one would know. They really could have been destroying cheeks and no one would know.
Cheeks.
Like truly, no one would know.
I was gonna make a self-aware comment on the fact that I'm pretty sure my gameplay is probably incredibly boring to watch, but like it's because I'm taking so many pauses to actually talk. There's a lot of like dead air gameplay wise, for lack of a better word, because I'm taking pauses to like think and talk and like not actually playing the game.
Next time you guys can watch me play like Dead Space.
Hopefully I like what the heck? Okay.
This sounds like fun.
I was like, hopefully I can like stream and also watch, because I don't want my stream.
Well, well, if you're watching it through Steam, there's like through Steam to you, that's like a 6-7 second delay, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I definitely know what to delay. I just mean I don't want to make my stream live. Because for the delay, I remember I was streaming Sonic CD to Glenn and also Sydney were watching, and so like they would hear me react to stuff and laugh, and like then they would see it, which was weird but also fun. I had a couple more things I want to talk about that happened this week. Like, so I was gonna talk about the last time I went to the gym. Well, not the last time, but Tuesday I went to the gym, and so I tried the stair climber. That thing is I don't know if you've seen one of those things. It's a beast of a machine. Those things are so tall.
It's really big.
And
like this dick. Next question.
So I got on it, and I'm climbing, and then I start to realize it's just like the infinite stairs from Mario 64. You get all the before you get enough stars to go up that ladder or to go up that staircase. You're just going forever, and I was like, oh god, it's so weird. It's like you're walking and it's just no end in sight. I felt like my heart rate was getting too high, so I did 7 minutes and just at the end of my workout and 20 flights of stairs, and then I got off. So I felt like my heart rate was getting too high. So I was like pretty tired at the end of my workout. The last time, or not the last time, but on Tuesday I did like all legs, so my legs are even like right now still kind of sore. So I did 100 squats, but the last 20 were like with a heavier weight. Obviously I took breaks in between every 40 squats because I couldn't do 100 in a row. I usually do lots of ab crunches when I go to the gym. I'm trying to get that flat tummy. I forgot to call leg extensions or something. The one where you like, put your legs on a thing and you raise them upwards. What else did I do?
You should try planks for your abs.
Yeah, I've heard about those. I haven't tried those yet. I was gonna go to the gym yesterday, but my mom picked me up from work, and so she had to go to work super early today, so she went to bed and she got home, because otherwise I would have been out of the gym at like 9, because I was working 11 to 8. So like the gym's open till 10 most days, so sometimes I'll try to catch a workout after work.
Did you see the same person there smile at you?
No, I was gonna say I want to clear up that
No, it was a planted agent.
I haven't seen her ever again. That's the weirdest thing.
It was a planted agent. They wanted you to sign up. They got years worth of dough.
I wanted to clear up. There was 2 different people. There was 3 people I was talking about. There was one woman who was like a trainer. She was talking to me about the contract. The one woman I was talking to was, I think that was the person you said, yeah, if you work out, you can work me out. Which I thought that was funny because she's a lot older than I am, and no disrespect, she's a very nice lady, but I'm not. She's older than I am. She was.
What's that change?
she was like a different
experience
person that was working there.
Imagine what she can do with that muscle.
She said she had been there for 18 years, and I was like, "You work out a lot?" And she was like,
"Yeah, she be."
I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. I mean, she been breaking bones for 20. What's up?
Oh god. I can't imagine like going to the gym for 18 years, because that's insane. Like, not that I wouldn't like I would quit or anything like that, but like
I don't think she's a quitter.
going to the gym like consistently for that long, you'd be in such insane shape. Like not even just being muscular, just being in really good shape, you know.
They're one and the same. A lot of girls are very muscular, but they're just because of how girls work,
Yeah.
they don't look like they're bulging.
I would say if you weren't muscular after going to the gym for 18 years, you might be doing something wrong. I'm all flab but no ab. So yeah, this girl, and so those 2 ladies, they worked at the gym. I guess this other girl worked there or something too. I don't know how to describe her, but she had like a really nice face, like the type of, she was my type, but I've never seen her again, but most of the time we were going pretty late. So that might be why. I don't know if did she even exist, or was she just a figment of my imagination? I can't know that for sure unless I see her again.
No, she was planted.
I thought it was a little bit weird, not to be rude, but like, I was sort of
But she ugly anyways.
I was making eye contact and like smiling, but like she just kept smiling, she didn't say anything, and I was trying to be like nice, maybe a little bit.
Saved. Oh fuck, my life after that saved.
Hopefully I see her again now. There's another girl that goes to the gym, I guess she works there also. She looks like she's younger than me, but she's got really cool pink hair. I don't know who she is though, but she was working on the machines, and then I was like, oh, okay, and whatever. And then I saw her behind the counter, and I was like, oh, I guess she works there. I didn't expect that. And I don't have a good segue, but I had like, so I have.
Over my sponsor.
This podcast is sponsored by MeUndies.
Like immediately on Twitter, like we have no affiliation.
They can hear it. Whenever they hear their name spoken out of context, they can feel it.
They have like someone like sitting down in the room, like with their brain connected to a system, like
Cerebro,
like Mr. X.
Just Cerebro, just all the streams, all the audio in the world flowing at one point. So this guy, I was at work. I just went to the bathroom, just take a pee, staying hydrated.
On company time?
Yeah, on company time. So I hear this guy coming out of the bathroom. He sounds like he's had the worst time of his life. He's like, oh God. I'm like, what the hell happened? It doesn't even smell bad in here. Nothing smells out of the ordinary. He sounds like he's having the worst. He took the worst dump of his entire life. He's like, oh God, oh dear God, it's finally over. And I'm like, what's happening? He leaves, and I don't get an answer to my question. I was so confused, dude. I just take my pee and I think about that for another hour. For the next hour, I'm like, what the hell was going on with that guy? He sounds like he had the worst day.
Did he shit out a fucking xenomorph?
Oh, not again, and it comes out of his chest.
He has fight it, kill it in the stall. One time it was 1 a.m. and I went to the bathroom. And then this my friend who's really, really skinny, went to the bathroom, in the stall next to me. And I leave to wash my hands. And then he goes in the bathroom and he just sits down and I hear him say I hear just toilet destruction. Oh God, yes. Just toilet destruction. He's so small. I don't know where that came out from.
He just disappeared off the face of the earth. That was his entire
He must have lost a good 20 pounds from that.
All of his body weight. He's just gone. You start hearing, and then just silence. He's gone.
See. I will. I'm not gonna judge, but when the moaning starts happening, that's when I say. That's why I think something else.
Sometimes I go into the bathroom to stand there for a bit, just cool down, stand there, so just take a break. There's sometimes where I'm in there and some guy starts actually dumping. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's dumping. I'm gonna go back to work now because this man's actually taking a serious dump. I couldn't even tell what you're saying.
It's over.
Yeah, no, that guy sounded like he's just not having a good day. I pray for him. I hope he's doing okay now. I sincerely do. I was gonna say, speaking of working out, so I've been going to Chipotle more often than I normally would for an after workout thing. I know I can't keep going there because it's too expensive for me to go there every workout, but I like to actually the food and also the protein and all that. The last time I was there, I had the biggest burrito I've ever had in my life. I had pinto beans, brown rice, chicken, cheese, lettuce, fajita vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good burrito, although I think I ate it from the wrong side because I couldn't find the chicken for most bites. I was put extra chicken on it, and then I eat the burrito. I'm like, where's the chicken? Where's the chicken? And so I'm eating this burrito. It's falling apart as I'm eating it, bursting at the seams. Not even where they folded the burrito. There's parts that's just it's reaching critical mass. It's exploding. It's falling apart as I'm eating it. I have to start eating it like a taco because the burrito has completely unfurled at this point. And I eventually had to it was really messy. I had to shove the food in my mouth. It looked really messy as I was eating it. My mom kept calling me. I could not answer the phone because I was dealing with a burrito crisis here. Yeah, really good burrito.
Explosive.
And
I fucking hate this.
I guess I didn't think about it, or I didn't speak about it because I wanted to speak about it on the podcast. I told my brother when I was there. Did I write this down? So I was at the. Yeah, I did write down. I don't know. Or no, I talked about it last podcast. Never mind. It was sad. talking about my story where I saw Tim, but I totally forgot. So that was when I talked about when I was going to the gym for the first time. I totally forgot that I told that story already. So yeah, I don't have. That's the end of my workout story. Working out is doing good. I should probably be going more than I am, but I'm sort of trying to fit it.
How often do you go?
What?
How often do you go?
Like 2 or 3 times a week. But I'm trying to do like 3 or 4 times a week at least. There are times where I should be going, I'm not. But I am going to go tomorrow. I couldn't go today. Today was going to be my rest day if I went yesterday. But since I didn't go yesterday, and I didn't go today, then I'm going to go tomorrow, probably Monday. Sometimes I'm like, I know I need to go, but I have better motivation for going to the gym when I haven't worked an entire 8.5-hour day, you know? Sometimes I don't want to go to sometimes.
But that's that de-stressor. That's when you lift you get a punching bag, and you like put your boss on it,
Or just a person.
and then you just start like going on to go, you go ham on
Crap
it.
out of somebody.
This one dude was at least a smooth 300 pounds, and he fucking punches punching bag, and it's swaying. Like those things are really heavy.
Yeah, I felt
like they're really heavy. So for him to just make that thing move, I feel like he could literally decapitate someone with the right hook at the right angle.
Oh god.
Like really some Punisher shit. like really.
I was gonna ask. You been playing anything this week?
Let's see. I've been super busy for the most part because of my exams. Let's see. What have I? Did I play? I was playing Hollow Knight earlier because I'm kind of curious to see the other ending. I recommend it's really great.
My brother.
But I don't know when I have time for that.
And he hasn't finished it.
The fuck. Recently I've been thinking about playing through Undertale, like to get all the endings, because like they're all kind of spoiled for me, but I think there's still some stuff left maybe that I don't know.
I mean, for
So
me, Undertale was just so good that I watched an entire playthrough and I still bought the game just to experience it for myself. I only got one ending, I think, or well, I don't want to say too much, but
well, there are 3 endings. I mean, are you considering that a spoiler?
There's neutral, there's passive, and then there's neutral, pacifist, and then there's genocide. But there's also different endings in between those, like for the original route.
Really?
Like depending on what you do, different things sort of happen before you get the pacifist ending, I think.
Okay. I was trying to get pacifist ending the first time, but I didn't know you could like not kill Undyne.
You technically sort of play the game twice to get the pacifist ending,
Mm-hmm.
because you play the game, and then once you reach
like you have to spare Flowey first?
Once you reach the end, Flowey will tell you, oh, you should make friends with Undyne and someone else, I think. Or you have to make friends with the people you didn't make friends with in your first run, which I don't think you can do in the first game. I think it's pretty much you have to run the game twice.
No, I murdered that fool. I murdered that dumbass sunflower.
My brother was running through Genocide but got stuck at the final boss. I did beat the final boss.
What? Interesting.
That's one of my hardest gaming achievements, I think.
Oh my god. I remember that one thing Toby Fox said where he was like, I will talk about this super secret gastro thing more. If anyone talks about it on YouTube or something, I won't anymore. And then people did it, and he's quiet as a mouse.
What could this mean?
Yeah, what could this mean? But I guess there's no avoiding it, because someone's going to do it, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's like a whole mystery. You know what I'm waiting for? I totally forgot. That's another thing I'm waiting for that has no release date. Deltarune.
Oh yeah, I really want Deltarune. Fucking that came out of nowhere and that shit was amazing.
It's so great because it's Undertale, but with like a fresh new battle system, fresh new story. So much that we could explore, but we won't get to see.
Oh my god, so cool.
But I will 100% buy that when it comes out. I will 100% play it. Just don't know when.
Deltarune Part 2. I remember you make your character and then... What did they say? They said this is the world, you don't get to choose anything. How naive or something like that.
Or something like that. But I got a little bit spooked with the character creation when that happened. Like there's a loud noise and I got spooked. was gonna say I've been getting into playing Pikmin again. Pikmin's a very fun, kind of relaxing game, but it does have its tense.
I want to go back and play Pikmin. I didn't play it right.
Because like on my old computer, I had tons of emulated games. I was fairly far into Pikmin, I think, and I was like, I've been meaning to play that again. It's a fun game. So I'm playing the GameCube version because they made like a Wii version with different controls, like Wii controls. I think Donkey was talking about games and controls. I think he was saying, like, it's a game where he talks about GoldenEye and how it's way better if you play it with like a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And I think he said the Wii version was better. I haven't played it, and like my brother, we couldn't get it to work on just like one flash drive, so I just ended up playing it on my computer on like the GameCube version. Emulate, I forgot how fun emulating is. It's so good.
Ooh, wait, what is this? Under release date for Chapter 2 of Deltarune is 20XX.
Oh boy, only XXX more years. We're so close, man. Only XX more years away, and we can finally play Deltarune. It was nice of him to release Chapter 1 like that. Like, I know I've said that before, but playing through it, I kept thinking, like, is this a demo? Like, when's it going to end? But, like, it went on for way longer than I thought it would, and I was like, oh. They really give you, like, a really full-fledged out experience in, like, the first chapter.
Yeah. Alright, well, this has been pretty cool. Maybe we should, like, wrap.
It's been about an hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So,
wrap-ups.
Let's see. So next week I'm going to... What am I going to do? Let's see. I have a black holes exam and a project to do.
Wait 1 second. Mute my mic.
Go ahead. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I got some more exams and let's see, what was I gonna do? Somebody keeps begging me to beat. They said, somebody please beat Hollow Knight, the first boss for me. I can't do it, and so maybe I'll go and help them with that. Yeah. What about you?
I need to like actually start playing some more Tekken this week and probably continue playing Pikmin. I just need to get back on my drawing game, dude. I feel like I was definitely really good at it. Like, definitely improving. I need to get back on that. Other than that, like, just need to keep doing what I'm doing. I need to keep exercising. I've been eating probably like more healthy than usual. Like I've been doing my normal diet, but I've been eating like a lot more protein. Lately. Could be eating healthier. I mean, like I said, the fajita vegetables I had in my burrito, all the brown rice and beans, like that was pretty solid. I was like, you know what? I'd eat this again. I might have to subtract something from my burrito next time because it was like really hard to eat. I might have to subtract something. I will not subtract the double chicken. That is non-negotiable. But yeah, I think I just need to just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing all that, but also try like fit games in there and all that. Try to fit like what I love into my schedule. I really need to keep watching WWE because I'm watching like all the old stuff. I love the old stuff. It's so like different from the current wrestling, and I love it. But I haven't watched it in like forever. It's just it can feel really overwhelming, you know, just trying to fit everything I like to do in my schedule.
I feel that.
Have to slow down.
All right, well,
I'm gonna go finish watching Parasite.
Yes, awesome movie. I'm gonna go work on my O Camel project. All right, I see ya. Bye bye.
All right, see ya.